Do you all understand now why women choose the bear? Do you understand, for real, why women, when asked if it's between a man or a bear in the woods, why we're choosing the bear?
So I haven't been covering the P. Diddy situation, anything that's come out about it, nothing to do with Cassie or Diddy or the home raids, nothing to do with that. Things that Cassie was saying initially back at the end of last year when she was coming out within the lawsuit, and the stuff that she was at the time alleging about Diddy, it really heartbreaking stuff, like stuff that just deplorable, horrible stuff. I just knew from the very beginning everything that has come out about Diddy since, and the more people have come forward and just all of this really horrific alleging over things that have happened, that it's just one of those things that I feel like a lot of us know people who have been through instances of DV, or we have been one of those people. And I feel like it's a very difficult one to talk about. It's a very difficult one to watch. I feel that since he's come out with his apology video, literally like an apology video, we've had Cassie's husband who has said something. We now have Cassie's legal team that have also come out and have actually commented on that video that is resurfacing. And the most briefest of briefest summaries, like the briefest, if you really don't know what's going on, because I don't know absolutely everything. But what I do know is that Cassie and Diddy were dating. This is a while back. She was actually underneath his record label, if I've got that one right. He has massive record label company, and he has other companies as well. She came out and she basically was detailing all the things that had happened. They'd basically settled outside of court. And Diddy had made this post because after that, more and more people started coming forward. And you best believe that we need to bloody keep an eye on who the hell is like still following Diddy, like who the hell is still following him, because there are a hell of a lot of blue check marks going about that are still in support of him. Like, who the hell is liking any of these posts that he's doing? Anyway, he comes out with this statement: people are just after my money and all of this kind of stuff. So time's gone on. We've obviously since had like the raid because SEX, Affiking, speculation on that has been going around, and his house was raided. Like I say, this is the most briefest of brief, and now more and more people have started speaking out. Big people in the industry. There's a lot of speculation over the fact that he's got a lot of dirt on a lot of people, so he's actually got video footage of them doing certain acts with minors. I'm trying to keep it fairly PG. What's now just come out is that after the case has been settled, there was a video footage that was leaked of Diddy basically assaulting Cassie in a hotel hallway. And this is actually one of the things that was listed in her lawsuit. His team would often actually witness a lot of this going on and prevent her from leaving so that no one else realized. So this is a whole cover-up situation, which is the reason why a lot of people are kind of like looking around at the minute and going, did you know? This is kind of what a lot of it is. And it's not just to do with her, it's to do with an array of other really, really bad issues as well. This is the reason why everyone is side-eyeing a lot of Hollywood people that used to align themselves with him. The reasoning why this tape never saw the light of day is because it's very heavily implied that during the raids of Diddy's home, they found this tape. It's alleging that. Allegedly, he paid $50,000 to take the tape off of the hotel. He actually paid to have that tape so that no one else could see it. Straight off the bat, what the hell? This is the reason why people with that question, who would you rather be in a woods with, a man or a bear? This is the reason why women choose bears, all right? This is exactly the reasoning why. The hotel knew full well what had happened, and if they hadn't have seen it, which, I mean, I'm guessing someone must have seen it at that point, if no one had seen it, why would you just go, yes, I'll take that tape? Didn't have any slight inkling to like try and investigate that. I don't know, I feel like the hotel should be sued. That's just my own personal thoughts and feelings. Like, what the actual hell is going on? So the tape's now been brought to the forefront. People have now seen the tape, and obviously onslaught, people are going, well, she wasn't lying, was she? She was actually telling the truth, wasn't she? Which then brings into question everything else that's ever been said about him. Now people are just straight up saying, like, 110% this is the kind of man that Diddy is. Alex Fine, who is Cassie's husband, said, "Letter to women and children. Men who hit women aren't men. Men who enable it and protect those people aren't men. As men, violence against women shouldn't be inevitable. Check your brothers, your friends, and your family. Our daughters, sisters, mothers, and wives should feel protected and loved. Hold the women in your life with the utmost regard. Men who hurt women hate women." I couldn't agree with him more. "To all the survivors, find the men and women who help and love. To all the survivors, your stories are real and people believe you. To all the survivors, you're not alone, and there are men and women who care only for your well-being and safety. We want you to succeed and flourish. To all the women and children, I'm sorry you live in a world where you're not protected and you don't feel equal. I want to raise my daughters in a world where they are safe and loved. The abusers, you're done. You're not safe anymore. You're not protected anymore. The men by your side are just as weak. You're so miserable with yourself that unaliving would be considered a kindness." So this was met straight after the footage got released, and you may be wondering, why can they not bring this back? And it's basically because of statute of limitation. It says, "We are aware of the video that has been circulating online allegedly depicting Sean Combs assaulting a young woman in Los Angeles. We find the images extremely disturbing and difficult to watch. If the conduct depicted occurred in 2016, unfortunately we will be unable to charge, as the conduct would have occurred beyond the timeline where a crime of assault can be prosecuted. As of today, law enforcement has not presented a case related to the attack depicted in the video against Mr. Combs. We encourage anyone who has been a victim or a witness to a crime to report it to law enforcement." What? Like, what the hell? Like, people process trauma a lot slowly, not to mention that she has tried to come out and say that this has happened. She's tried to come out and say this has happened, but he was hiding the footage. So how the hell was she supposed to be proving this? Because he took the footage. He took the footage. Lord knows what other tapes he's got hiding up in there. I would hasten to guess that there are a lot of tapes that are going to be found on a lot of different celebrities.
I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted.
He never said Cassie's name. He never said Cassie's name, not once. Not once. Didn't say it once. This is what he had to say after the whole world saw that tape.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy. Going to rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry.
I don't even want to, the thing is, I don't really want to be giving this video too much time of day, because it literally means nothing. It shouldn't mean anything to anyone. He spent so long basically telling everyone, like, bear this in mind, this little thing is still up on the same Insta grid. Okay, it's still up on the same one where he's basically saying it's all lies, everyone's just after my money. And then the very minute that people then uncover that actually not everything was a lie, I would hasten to guess that nothing is a lie, but allegedly that's just my own personal thoughts and feelings. You're then doing a bit of backtracking from wherever the hell you're hiding out. Like, I'm just not taking this. Cassie's legal team actually ended up responding, and it says, addressing the disturbing footage, although admitting he was truly sorry for his inexcusable behavior, he never mentioned Ventura by name in the apology clip. Combs' most recent statement is more about himself than the many people he has hurt. Meredith Firetog, a partner at Wigdor LLP, the legal firm representing Ventura, told Page Six in a statement today. When Cassie and multiple other women came forward, he denied everything and suggested that his victims were looking for a payday. He was only compelled to apologize once his repeated denials were proven false, shows his pathetic desperation, and no one will be swayed by his disingenuous words. In the apology, he explained that it is so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you've got to do that. Yeah, but this is the whole point, like, darkest times of your life. really not the darkest times of her life. It angers me to absolutely no end how there were people out there literally not wanting to believe Cassie whatsoever. I remember this. There were literally people saying, like, no, that's definitely not true. She's definitely out for some money. Like, and we're talking men and women, like literally just outright calling her a liar. And then the very minute that this footage gets released, even some of those people are going, oh, well, actually, maybe there is some leg to it. The gut-wrenching video has only further confirmed the disturbing and predatory behaviour of Mr. Combs. Ventura's attorney Douglas H. Wigdor said in a statement, page 6 last week, words cannot express the courage and fortitude that Miss Ventura has shown in coming forward to bring this to light. Because if she hadn't come forward, then a lot of other people also wouldn't have come forward. I'm unaware if there were a lot of people before then. I'd always heard that Diddy was just someone not to be trusted, that there were loads of things going around about him. And do not be deceived either, alright? If we're blocking celebrities, you better be blocking whoever the hell is still liking Diddy after all of this, alright? And I was watching this video by Becca Day, which I was going to go do some investigating for myself, and then I kind of thought she summarized this so much better, so I'm going to give her all the credit for this one. It's basically showing the blue checked mark people and people that surround Diddy, showing who still supports him even after this has happened.
Despite the mounting allegations against P. Diddy, Chrissy Teigen and her husband John Legend still continue to follow Diddy across social media platforms. Chrissy nor John have spoken out against P. Diddy in any way, shape, or form. Really, everyone in this photo here has not spoken out against P. Diddy. Floyd Mayweather has also spoken out in support of P. Diddy, chalking up his decades of terrorization to nothing more than a mistake.
I'm not going to speak bad about P. Diddy because he's still a black man. Mistakes happen, and I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake, but things happen in life. And P. Diddy business is P. Diddy business. It's not my job or anyone else's job to go on the internet and stump him and kick a man while he's down. My take on it is, it's not my business. I don't think it's right at all, and I don't condone it. Even if that happened to my daughter, I would be hurt, but that's a choice that my daughter made.
Akon has also publicly spoken out in support of P. Diddy and even gone as far as to somewhat shame whistleblowers and victims for exposing Diddy, almost making Diddy out to be the victim.
Just pray for the man, you know, God knows best. Whatever's happening, God's dealing with it, and that's the best thing to say. But it is very unfortunate that things in this business are always, being exposed in certain ways, and I think things could be done differently. But things are going to be exposed, but how it's exposed, to whom it's exposed from, those things, we all have issues, problems, skeletons. I hope things work out for everybody.
Jason Derulo has also made an attempt to support P. Diddy's character by saying that he is innocent until proven guilty, which is a very ignorant sentiment to hold in this kind of a circumstance. And it really shows that Jason Derulo does not subscribe to believing victims, which in my opinion makes him a dangerous person as well. Busta Rhymes has also publicly shown support for P. Diddy by commenting on one of his recent Instagram posts, where it was a text post that says, "Time tells the truth," which is clearly a post trying to say that he is innocent and someone is lying on him. And Busta Rhymes commented on it with a bunch of crown emojis, and I think it's very obvious what P. Diddy was trying to insinuate by that post, and so seeing others support it is alarming. Actor Dion Cole, who is in the color purple as well as blackish, also commented on that same Instagram post showing support for P. Diddy. Tyrese has gone into great detail of why he supports P. Diddy amongst all of these allegations, has even clapped back at people who are shaming P. Diddy for being a terrible person. Ja Rule has also shown support for P. Diddy and has really framed the lawsuits and federal investigations against him as the world turning on a man of color.
It's another black man in this industry going through some unfortunate, circumstances. And so, I wish him luck as well with everything he's going through. And, and if there's victims in this, I can't speak on things that I don't know about Pierce. And so I wish everybody, love.
And that's just to name a few, but honestly, there are still dozens of celebrities who have not and likely will not speak out in support of P. Diddy's victims or condemn his behavior.
Yeah, I think you guys know what to do with this one. serious side eye to anyone who the hell is still supporting. I mean, I would always serious side eye even before we found confirmation. I was always very much in belief of what Cassie was saying, in belief of what other people were saying. Can people come forward because they want a payday? Yeah. But under these circumstances, with a lot of other things that we've been hearing, there was just no way that some of what people were saying like is untrue. There's just no way. And I'm so glad a lot of people are now waking up to it. Like the statute of limitations thing, the fact that it's not recognized as violence and assault, the fact that your trauma is no longer recognized after a certain period of time, personally I find absolutely disgusting, and is something that definitely needs to be changed, especially when there was no way of her ever bringing evidence to this because he had literally like taken the evidence. So it's just absolutely disgusting. I thought I would share that with you because I've literally, like, my jaw dropped to the floor when I saw that he'd actually made an apology video. Like, a lot of people would have just written a statement or just not said anything at all, but we're actually getting like a face-to-face with him talking about this, which is very not on brand with what a lot of people do when they've been caught out in a situation like this. You're not upset that you've done it, you're upset that you've been caught. And now I feel that more and more people are going to start actually believing what a lot of people have been saying for a very long time. I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world, unless you're Diddy. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.